This is ASOS, and I lost my virginity at 18.
Oh, God. All right. Welcome back to All Sorts of Sports.
I think it was 17 and a half. I wasn't 18. Oh, it was close to 18.
I am not answering that question. So
I know. You got married in Hawaii. You're a boy. You're a little boy.
Welcome back to All Sorts of Sports. All right. So, I know we're starting off laughing and joking and all that good stuff, but I do want to say rest in peace to Franz Beckenbauer. He is what people say is like the most complete footballer. You look at his highlights and stuff on YouTube, that man was insane. He's definitely in like the top center back pairing with like Maldini, but yeah, rest in peace to him.
Okay. I also want to say rest in peace. Is very important to me. Rest in peace to Alabama's relevancy. That shit is over. It's completely over. I am so fucking excited and happy. I got so fucking sick of it. So I think they'll be dormant for about a good 5 to 10 years, and that makes me very happy. I hope USC can come back and be relevant again now that Pete Carroll's retired as well. Because he's not retired, but he stopped coaching. So rest in peace to Alabama being relevant because Nick Saban has retired. He is done. It's over.
Until they name Steve Sarkisian as the head coach and Arch Manning joins them.
And they're gonna go 10-2 at best.
All right. So that was kind of where we were leading to. So it's cool that,
Segue Kenny.
Yeah.
Segue Kenny.
Know it.
No, I did know it because you said it at the top.
Okay.
Before we started, you said the coaches that.
Like Nick Saban's out. Nick Saban's out. That was kind of shocking, but
kinda.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, it's like, yeah, he ain't been having fun like recently.
The NILs ruined things for him, bud.
Yeah.
Imagine had they won that Michigan game and been able to go out on top, though. That would have been crazy. But I'm glad he didn't because fuck them.
Yeah, he ain't say nothing either. So that was one thing.
I don't think he's done. I think he's gonna pop back up doing something.
Somebody said he about to go get a $50 million deal to coach the Bears or some shit, and I'm like, that makes sense. Like, get that $50 million, get fired after a year and a half. Like, that makes a lot of sense.
If for some reason Saban and Belichick getting back together, like they did in Cleveland. I don't think they can coexist, but I think it could be cool. Let me get the old guys together, like fucking like one of them goddamn shitty movies. Just get Pete Carroll. Just coming the retiree.
I think next year's Bills last stand in New England, but I also think they'll make the playoffs.
Yeah,
all right. So too. Well, I guess we should open up to all the coaches who got fired. Right?
Yeah. So we were going to talk about Nick Saban. So that's already done. We also have Pete Carroll, which we kind of mentioned a little bit.
Yeah, which is not a firing. It's fucking weird. He's not
a transition.
To what?
A new position.
Sorry. So here's the thing. For the last month, there's been nothing but basically the rumor mill about whether or not Pete Carroll was going to leave or stay or what was going to happen, right? Because he's 72 years old, same as Nick Saban. I think same as Bill Belichick, if I'm not mistaken. But and all Pete Carroll has been doing is jumping around, yelling and screaming like he's 40 years younger than he is, showing how much he wants to coach again, right? So it's almost akin to when Pat Riley's in the building, there's a little bit of uncomfortability that he might come downstairs. And I think anyone that accepts the Seattle Seahawks job's got to understand that Pete Carroll still wants to do this shit. And it's going to be awkward. Like, I can't imagine somebody like being okay with him being an advisor or whatever else when clearly he still wants the gig. I just think he's got to move on to somewhere else.
I don't know how much that will be a factor, but I think, like I told you guys in the group chat, I think that's the perfect spot for Mike McDonald. If he were to leave Baltimore, it makes a lot of sense just in terms of his success defensively against the 49ers and the Rams. And also, if that were to be the case that K-Dot's talking about, I think that's the coach that accepts his help, but he doesn't need it defensively. Maybe he has some input offensively that could help him, but like Pete, you went 4-10 against these niggas. My nigga, just beat them both. Hey, and destroyed these niggas. So don't come up here disrespect him. But yeah, I think that will be the perfect spot for him. Is actually I'm kind of seeing it now. I think that'll probably be where.
Actually, I like that fit. If once again, if this Pete Carroll can be okay with whatever his new position is.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, he's gonna be out there still throwing the football at practice and shit. So
That's fine, but it's just one of those like when Jordan first became an exec and challenging rookies and shit to stuff. And it's like, hey,
he's still. That's what I'm saying. He's still gonna do that. You just need a good
calm
coach,
down.
despite that.
Yeah, but you don't need like him running down the sideline. Hey, Mike, what are you doing on this third down, Mike? Like, nah, man. You don't need. I don't want.
Speaking of Mike, we got Mike Vrabel. That
was kind of shocking.
That was stupid, but like I said, literally, it's just somebody has to be bad in that division, right? Like literally, like if you look at it's a very promising division. You got Trevor Lawrence, good head coach with Doug Peterson. You got C.J. Stroud, good head coach with D'Amico Ryans. You got fucking AR-15, good head coach with Shane Steichen. Like somebody, you need somebody to be stupid in the division. It's the same thing. Bro, I'm so dead ass. Like you look at all the divisions, you need at least one stupid team.
Y'all don't have a division that somebody's stupid.
I mean, in our division, well, we just did a historic thing, so like that's
I laughed because I forgot Anthony Richardson existed for a moment.
But give it like 3 years, and you never know. Bengals can go back to being stupid. Browns can go back to being stupid. Historically, those are the two. It's not the Ravens or the Steelers. But anyway, so somebody in the division has to be stupid and or bad because you got 3 really talented young quarterbacks, some good head coaches, and some pretty talented teams. And it's like everybody can't go to the playoffs. So like, hey, Titans, y'all got Will Levis, and you fucked up the great coach that you had, and you're gonna bring in somebody new, and he's not gonna do nearly as good. So that's what you stuck with. You need to be bad for a little while all these other teams succeed. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
And Derek Henry gone.
Yeah, but Tajay Spears is gonna dominate because I have him in Dynasty.
I feel bad for
who?
Hopkins.
I don't feel bad for him. He shouldn't have.
He knew what he did.
He shouldn't have took that. He should have waited. He should have waited. He should have just took whatever Kansas City gave him.
Nah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about the fact that he left the Texans. They were trash. He goes to Tennessee, who's over the hill. Now they're gonna be trash, and the Texans are good.
No, for sure. But
he
made that choice to go to Tennessee, and why he would have made that choice still makes no sense to me. I would have took whatever deal Kansas City.
Was it a 1 year deal? Or, no, it was multiple years. I think
it's like 2 or 3 year deal, something like that. But
that was a hang-up.
He could be traded.
But we knew that was the whole thing. Tennessee is where wide receivers go to die. We knew that, and he thought that he could be the exception to the rule or whatever. But it just doesn't fucking work out.
He got over 1,000. He got
over 1,000, but it ain't gonna last long if they ain't got no. I mean, I am a Will Levis guy. I am not that, but the
Hopkins is still him. Like
I don't know about
him. Not gonna say
he's still a dude. He's still a dude of note. But
he got a chance to be a Baltimore Raven.
Pause. He has the best hands in the league. So that's a thing.
You need him to plug some basement holes?
Nothing.
Beyond
bitch.
But
the basin's still wet, so that hurt.
I'm sorry, man. My bad.
Oh shit. That sounded bad.
I wasn't gonna say a word. I wasn't gonna say a word.
Yeah, but Hopkins gonna help you. The
house.
But hearing the whatever the owner or the GM or whatever it was for Tennessee in one of the worst fucking press conferences ever. It was like a sit down interview about why they got rid of Mike Vrabel, and it made no fucking sense. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know exactly what the fuck happened that caused his outing, but I'm really excited about any prospect of him potentially going back to New England. I just think it's a great fit with him and Robert Kraft.
I'm really big on the one last hurrah. Now he got his coordinators and his bill, and he finna get the draft pick that he need, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, they're gonna take Marvin Harrison Jr." Oh, what? He took Jaden Daniels. Oh my God! And he didn't get Drake. He didn't trade up for Drake May. He just got Jaden. Jaden's not worth taking that to 3, and then it's gonna. Damn, Jaden's pretty good.
He ain't going there.
He got the Heisman Trophy winner at 3, and it's like
he ain't going there.
Why wouldn't he go there?
Because I know where you're going.
Y'all got a quarterback.
No, where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
You going with AP?
Where's AP?
Oh, he going to the Giants?
Wherever AP's at. If
He goes to the
AP's with the
Giants.
Giants, he going to the Giants.
Mm.
Wherever AP's at, that's where Jaden going.
Sound good. Sound good.
I hope. All right. Next one. We got Arthur Smith for the Falcons.
He should have been fired. He fucked up my fantasy for 2 straight seasons. I don't give a fuck about him.
Remember but you're a huge Arthur Smith guy. Remember?
I was. You know what? You know what?
Smith and Desmond Ritter, the unstoppable duo.
You know what?
Yo, this is funny. Especially since this shit is on on YouTube. You can clip that shit up. Arthur Smith is him. They gonna
The one time I'm wrong.
It was just because
The
we really
one-
got into it, you son of a bitch. We
The
really
one
let it.
time I'm wrong.
Well, you're picking pegs to differ.
Now
Arthur
let's talk
Smith,
about
but Arthur Smith leaving Atlanta just had to happen. There's entirely too much talent on that Falcons team, especially offensively, for them not to be doing stuff. And there was so much criticism throughout the entire season about the usage of like Bijan Robinson and stuff, which I think was absolutely justified. And the way it all ended, which I know we're going to talk about in a different topic.
Yep.
But I like Arthur Smith, even though nepotism is a thing.
As a coordinator.
Right. I just don't think he has it in him to take the head job, at least not now. Maybe he can get back around to it. But that Falcons team, there's so much raw talent in them to be underperforming the way they have. And for them to continue to go back to Desmond fucking Ritter. Jesus Christ.
I would love for if we do lose Todd Monken to bring him in as our coordinator.
I can't wait for them to draft Brock Bowers.
Who?
Atlanta, because it made no goddamn
No.
sense.
Let's not. He's going to the Titans at 7. And once they trade DeAndre, and because I'm planning on drafting him in Dynasty, I'm telling you what's going to happen. He's going to go to the Titans, and then they're going to let DeAndre Hopkins go, and they're not going to end it like Treylon Burks, 3rd-year breakout warrior. But it's not really going to be him. It's going to be Brock and Tajay Spears, and that's going to be their new 2. And they're just going to be very good on 4-win teams.
I think the better fit, if I'm being honest, I just think Atlanta is the dumbasses would do. But the team I think is the best fit for Brock Bowers, and I actually am excited about the prospect, are the Chargers.
No. Do you know who they're taking that for if he's there, and he'll be there.
Who?
And
If what are we
he'll be
ifing?
there.
Who?
He'll be there.
Who will be there?
The God.
He will not
The
be.
God.
He will not be there.
The best player in the draft.
I don't think he'll be there.
Be there. I'm telling you, Belichick not gonna take him. He's stupid. So
who the
be
Chargers gonna take?
He's saying Marvin
Jr.
It could, because I mean the top 3 teams.
And
It is
if they
looking like
get the right coach, this is the season.
Hold on.
Justin goes crazy.
Hold on.
it could be interesting because they're going to trade Joey
Bears
Bosa.
got the first pick, and they said they might trade it, but now they're talking about evaluating all this other shit. So
Who? The Bears?
yeah,
The Bears just ousted their entire offensive staff, and the idea that you would do that and continue to keep Justin Fields and give him a new system just doesn't seem like it's going to be the thing they're going to do.
To be clear, they did not get rid of the entire offensive staff, just the offensive coordinator and some of the coaching,
coach.
But they told the head coach Eberflus said that whoever the next OC is will have to inherit some of the leftover coaches, which I think is stupid as hell. I just think that's
the Bears are fucking it up.
Yeah,
the Bears are so afraid of having the number 1 pick.
The fortune that they have,
right?
This is great fortune.
But the thing is, right? So the Bears at 1. If they don't take a QB and they keep the pick, Marvin Harrison Jr.
For sure.
But they're probably gonna trade it out, so somebody will take Caleb. Then you got 2. Who's at 2? Y'all?
Yeah.
You're taking a QB, so
maybe
they're taking
probably Drake May.
I think the only thing
I would love for y'all to take Drake. All right.
I like Drake May, but I like all the I have at least a for almost all the top quarterbacks. I'm not down on anybody that's basically in the top 7 of this draft. I'm good with all of them. The only thing, if I'm watching and I'm looking at things, I think there is a very distinct possibility, especially on who it is we hire, that we trade back.
Oh,
Fine. That's fair.
oh,
That's fair. I can see that too. Y'all trade back. Falcons come up to 2. They take Drake May. Drake May goes to Atlanta. You guys drop to 8. At number 3, you have the Patriots. They either trade back or take Jane. Maybe they trade back and somebody comes up and takes Marvin. I don't know. But if Marvin is there at 4, he's going 4.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's no chance he gets by that.
Keenan Allen is dying.
he's not though.
Michael,
That's the thing.
he is.
And the Chargers are
People
4th. I thought they were second,
disrespected
5th.
Keenan.
No, that's 4th. I'm pretty sure that's 4th.
His routes are still crisp.
Yeah, but they,
Nice.
but if you're the Chargers, and me and James were talking about this a little before the pod, which is the best spots to land. There is a very, 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 very good chance that the Chargers are going to have to jettison Keenan Allen and Joey Bosa this offseason.
Khalil Mack too.
Khalil Mack is a foregone conclusion.
He's ass.
Khalil Mack's not ass.
He had a good year last year, but he is.
And yeah, 4. This is where everything gets thrown out of whack because you're wrong. 4th is not the Chargers. 4th is where Marvin Harris is going to go, which is the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh yeah, it's the Cardinals, then the Chargers.
Then the Chargers. So what I'm saying about Brock Bowers, I think Brock Bowers in LA makes a ton of fucking sense. In the sense of like their pedigree when it comes to tight ends has always been damn good. This is the place that had Kellen Winslow, and this is the place that had and Antonio Gates, the God. So like the idea of I still think I think overall we overvalue the quarterback position in the sense of the way we talk about it. It's a very nuanced thing. I know what I'm saying is kind of like off the beaten path. I just think we overvalue quarterback. But the most undervalued position, in my opinion, in the NFL right now is tight end.
I disagree. I think that it's becoming one of those positions because everybody's investing there because they know that if you have a weapon at tight end, you can have a different offense.
But I think that it's coming along. I just don't. But I think that like if you got a guy that you know can both block and catch at that position, it's a cheat code. It's a legitimate cheat code. You know I love Mayer.
I know. That's my guy. All right. So, we brought up Arthur Smith a little bit earlier, like a while ago, and I kind of should have switched those and did Ron Rivera last, but my bad.
So we want to talk about Ron Rivera? Or we want to talk about
I completely forgot that we didn't talk about it. I marked it before you even said anything.
So I'll go first and let K-Dot go last.
Yeah.
Run.
Let me ask you before you get started. Did you watch the Bomani Jones video?
Some of it, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Which was, I was going to say, I guess he's the one who said this, but he should thank Cam a lot. Like a lot. Run is not, I've never thought of Run as a good coach. I've thought of him kind of as an average coach, but I now think of him as a bad coach. He seems like a very nice guy. Seems like a guy I could see how he's the type of guy to get the job because he seems like a guy you want around your guys. But I think Ron is best served in a coordinator position and not as the top job. I hope he never coaches like as a head coach again, like not at the professional level. I think he'd be a great high school head coach. Or even like maybe like I'm so serious. There are tiers to coaching. There are tiers to coaching, and he is not in the good one. And so I think even like if he were to go to college, maybe not a major program, but like maybe like a Georgia Southern, like my team, my college, he'd be great for a Georgia Southern or something like that. Like, lower tier D1. He can win like 9 games a year there, surprise, maybe beat a surprise top 25 team or something like that. But Ron is bad at being an NFL head coach. And shout out to the Commanders for if this is the only thing that they get right, because they're such a shit franchise. If this is the only thing that they get right this offseason, I'm very happy for them. You know what I'm saying? Like even if they fumbled the number 2 pick, which I mean they fumbled very many things before, so it's not like it would be a new thing for them because they're a shit franchise. I want to reiterate that point.
He's got his points across now. It's just shit on the team, but all right.
Then
You got any more? You just want to continue?
you go ahead. You cover.
I can go. All right, I'll go. Yeah. Shit, fuck you. Anyone. Ron Rivera's record as a head coach says everything you need to know about Ron Rivera, especially going into the last game that he had against the Cowboys. His record as a head coach is 102 wins, 103 losses, and 2 ties.
So he's the Chargers.
He is the epitome of average. And the thing is that every time that he would talk about stuff like, remember we fired Jack Del Rio a few weeks before the season ended and he took over the defense. They asked him, what was it like being the defense coordinator? He said, this is the first time I actually feel like I've been coaching in the last 3.5 years. I feel like I've been more of a manager than a coach. And it's like, you know, that checks out. Like you're totally not the coach.
Yeah, I had a lot of shit going on.
But so I'm gonna come to that, all right? Because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it. But there's like when Ron was in Carolina, he had 2 pieces that were so integral to making the team work. Cam Newton is a charisma fucking machine. He's the dude that can walk into any room and be the guy that men are going to want to follow. We've talked about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the reasons he couldn't stay in New England. And then on defense, he had Luke Kuechly, who, in my opinion, is the best linebacker damn near I've ever seen at certain aspects of things. I think Ray Lewis is overrated. Beyond all these things, when he came to Washington and what he had in the locker room was nothing as far as Ed Reed was always better.
Nice jab, K-Dot.
That's stupid, though.
Nice jab. Fight back.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
He's overrated. London Fletcher is better. I don't even believe that. I don't even believe that.
Santana Moss is the greatest wide receiver ever.
Ray Lewis ain't no LT. I can tell you that, though. Beyond all these things. All right, let me get back to it, you son of a bitch. All right. When it came to Washington, as far as what was happening with the locker room itself, right? You had certain guys who were really good leaders. And Jonathan Allen was a leader in the locker room, right? But then you also had what they drafted, which was Chase Young and like Montez Sweat. And these dudes are more the rah, 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 I'm going to yell and do this, that, and thing. Jonathan Allen's not the type of leader. When you are a head coach that is hands off and let the locker room just kind of do their thing, and you haven't taken consideration the type of personality types and everything to make the locker room work, you have then a leadership-less team. And that's what we've been. We've been a team that has no character within the locker room at all. The only dude that's sort of been that vocal leader on offense was Terry McLaurin. And what video that comes out this offseason in training camp? Benjamin St. Juice hits one of our guys on offense. Terry McLaurin gets in Benjamin St. Juice's face like, yo, we ain't doing that shit in practice. And what does Eric Bieniemy do? He then rips Terry McLaurin a new asshole. You don't do that to your leaders. You talk to him, you might pull him aside, you do whatever. They castrated fucking everybody in the locker room to a point at which my leadership means nothing. And Ron Rivera didn't do anything about it. They asked Ron Rivera, what do you do at halftime? I'll let the captains handle that. What? But then put everything into perspective. You also got to understand that Ron Rivera took a job that no one fucking wanted. No one wanted to come to Washington and work for Dan Snyder. In order to take the job, Ron Rivera had to spend an entire full day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner with Joe Gibbs. And Joe Gibbs had to convince him to say yes to the job. It was okay to. You got to remember how far. Joe Gibbs is one of the best owners in the history of NASCAR. Shut the fuck up.
But like, you know, people get older and they like can't.
Joe Gibbs still has all his goddamn faculties. He's son of a bitch. All right. He's great.
You would just think he would.
He's a great NASCAR owner. He's still very, very involved in shit. Rest in peace. He had a lot of loss happen the last year, though. Rest in peace to his son, all kinds of shit.
Oh, that's sad. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I just want everybody to put things in perspective with Ron. There is a plateau you can hit with Ron Rivera, and we have been hitting the shit out of it. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. I think he'd actually win a state championship as a fucking high school coach. I think Keith is right there.
He killed it as a high school coach.
But what he's got right now, you also got to remember, he fucking first year head coach, cancer, COVID. Players that didn't care about the COVID thing were coming to fucking work, COVID positive. The Dan Snyder shit. the team name shit, everything that was happening, that he was able to just not go fucking crazy. He deserves a goddamn medal.
No. To your previous point, no, the fuck he doesn't, because he's fucking Mr. Magoo. He fucking that shit doesn't phase him because it doesn't phase him. Like he just sit there like.
I don't think that's true.
I do,
but you can look up.
Not cancer. Cancer, I'll give you cancer. Yeah, sure. Cancer, yes. But everything else, Mr. Magoo.
Yeah, but here's the thing that you can do, and this is something that anyone could do right now. Is you could pull up YouTube right now and pull up Ron Rivera locker room speeches in Carolina, and there's a highlight reel. He doesn't have one of those here. He got broken down. I don't know if it was the cancer. I don't know if it was the coach. I don't know if it was the dance line. I don't know if any of it. And remember, hearing his words himself, he feels like a manager, not a coach. Because all the shit he's had to just handle. I just think it broke him. I really do think we broke him. Look at this organization historically. We killed Vince Lombardi. Joe Gibbs had to fucking run away the second stint around. Like, this is what we do. Historically. It's a new day.
And you want Mike McDonald over there? Nope.
You're goddamn right. It's a new day.
He ain't going. And it ain't a new day. Same shit, different owner.
So,
like somebody in NFC East got to be bad, and it's y'all.
Speaking of teams that was bad, you son of a bitch.
Speaking of teams,
it kind of is actually.
Let's talk about the Falcons.
80s and the 70s,
the 80s, nigga. There have been 3 decades since the fucking 80s. What are you talking about?
That's like, but we also had one.
But if we go by
name an owner in sports worse. Name an owner in sports worse than Dan Snyder.
That's not the point. You said
it is the point. I'm saying historically.
You can't say historically.
George Allen,
1 decade.
George Allen, I'm not pointing one fucking decade.
1 decade, my brother. That means you're fucking good.
We can go back to the 30s, you son of a bitch. Like, what do we want to do? We go back to the 1930s. NFL championships? Like, what do you want to do?
Come on.
You're going to tell me that you're telling
me. We're not counting anything where the niggers.
No, here's the thing.
We're not counting anything.
You can do this thing. You can do this. All right, then don't count the Super Bowl era. Count the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, motherfucker. Like, do that if you want to fucking do that. We have legends that have fucking played for this team. Tons of Hall of Famers, tons of fucking Super Bowls. I don't want to hear that shit.
Who gives a shit?
No shit. Sure, I'm saying when it comes to this team being bad, you can tie everything to the last fucking owner.
You can.
No shit. And when you're telling me when I try to do that, you then tell me, well, nigga, that was 30 years. Yeah, no shit. It's been 30 fucking years. We've had this goddamn ass.
Right. So you can't say historically and point to 1 decade.
Realize that beyond that, there has been success here. And we want to go back to having success here.
And it was 1 fucking decade.
It was 1 fucking owner, you dipshit.
Who gives a shit? You had one fucking
if the Ravens fucking lose in the Costas, if the fucking Ravens lose,
Doug Williams won a Super Bowl.
How many owners has your fucking team had? You fucking
No, who gives a shit?
You championship dick hopping Charlotte Logan bitch.
You guys haven't done
you
shit.
Championship dick riding asshole. Yeah, what fucking basketball team you're rooting for now, you dipshit?
Oh, now you want to attack me because you're sad because your franchise is
you
shit.
have teams that
your franchise is
in you, and you fucking can't do it. I know, but you're the one talking to
me. Worry about your fucking shit franchise.
And what you're doing is just changing the fucking goalposts, you dumbass. Keep changing the fucking goalposts.
In the hiring cycle.
The fucking goalposts. Keep changing the fucking goalposts. Keep changing the fucking goalposts. Keep changing the fucking goalposts. Dipshit.
Guys, let's talk about Jameis Winston.
Okay.
I love Jameis.
We all love Jameis. That's the one thing.
Yes. Jameis is the only guy that can calm this shit down. All right.
No, we might disagree on this one. I'm ready to yell again.
All right. Now look. So you guys are spirited. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say my piece about it, and then y'all go. All right. Arthur Smith was yelling at, forgot Dennis Allen, because at the end of the game, the Saints scored a touchdown at the end of the game when they were up by a bajillion points.
On a fake kneel.
Yep. They ran victory formation. And they ran the ball for Jamal Williams so he can get his first touchdown of the year. Last year he led the league in touchdowns. This year he didn't have any.
Overcompensated last year. He had all he needed.
Yeah. So Of course, Arthur Smith was pissed off at Dennis Allen, and the whole thing about with James was the QB on that play, and when they interviewed him, he said it was a team decision. I apologize to Dennis Allen because he didn't know. We asked him if we could do it. He said nah, and when we got out there, we said we're gonna do it, so we did it, and I apologize to Dennis Allen. And he said he respected Arthur Smith, and for him to be upset about this didn't make sense because the score was already 41-7 or whatever it was.
17. No, it's
and if
it's
Matthew ran it in, would that have been running up the score?
Yeah. All right. So my only issue is this. Don't do it in victory formation.
yeah, that's my only
Outside of that,
yeah.
fuck that. And it makes Dennis Allen look bad because you're not listening to your team, and it's kind of like you get a sense of like what it means for the team to do something, and for you to like veto it, kind of.
The writing's on the wall for you next year, bud.
Yeah,
I think that might cost him his job this year. Honestly,
I thought they were going to fire him.
Like I wouldn't go as far as what Shannon Sharp was saying, which is like this is enough to just fire him outright. I thought that was a little much, but there is an absolute. They don't care about you, bro.
Shannon was off about the other shit, saying that he would cut Jameis Winston.
I don't disagree either. I would have been kind of cool with it.
Type of organization you want to run, I get cutting him.
I think that it would be in the best interest long term for that team to actually cut him after what he did. The only thing that I don't know that is still there hasn't been enough I've seen written about it, which was actually what all the mechanisms were that got them to that point. It seems as though what Jameis did was just run back to the huddle, maybe not explain what Dennis Allen wanted to do, and just sort of like kind of took it on his own. And if that's the case, so that's the situation.
Foster Moreau said, he's like, like they called victory formation. So they went out there, and then James was like, nah, we running it. He's like, yeah, we'll do victory, but yeah.
I thought the Foster Moreau interview I thought was an old interview.
I love Foster, man.
But if that's the case, I really do agree with you've got to cut him. If you're going to keep Dennis Allen, I think you cut him.
Isn't Jameis a free agent anyway?
No. Okay. No, I don't think. I believe he literally just re-signed a contract.
You cut Jameis, you lose the locker room.
Yeah,
I think you've already lost
the point is that you've kind of lost it already because
what do you do to get it back?
You've seen the social media support for Jameis, right? So if you're Dennis, you need to come back and be like, yo, guys, I was wrong. We should have went for the touchdown, but you can't do this because X, Y, and Z. Next time, we'll go for the touchdown. That's my bad. I fucked up. That's my bad.
I don't know if this is the case.
That's exactly how he should handle it, but he won't do it.
But I don't know if this is something that any NFL coach can do. I was wondering if they can. But could he come out and say Jameis is suspended for the first 4 games of the next season?
Him?
He can, but again, I think he's that this needs to be one of those it's completely internal. It's completely internal.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Whatever happens with Jameis needs to be completely internal.
That's fair.
If Dennis I get to slap him 3 times, and whatever, I don't know, whatever the fuck it is, it needs to be completely internal, not a situation that comes out because this is how you keep family business. And so
Dennis Allen gets to eat 6 crab legs in front of James.
No situation, and when they ask, and when the media comes to ask you about it, you say, "Hey, we handled that internally, and we're good now." So,
yeah.
Make that nigga run 50 up down.
Too.
But I will say the NFL is a better product with Jameis Winston in it.
Of course. And
he's highly entertaining.
Loves him.
You can't not love him.
Not only will the players be pissed off and upset, but also the fans.
The only thing, the one thing I will say is that as a Jameis Winston defender, I have heard from a lot of people that they pointed out numerous times in which he's just done loser shit. And to me, after this, I'm no longer in the you have to start Jameis camp. I think this to me was some loser shit. And I'm hoping he can come back.
Everybody does some loser shit.
Maybe, but
the people that were saying that he does loser shit, if I point out every loser shit thing they did, you'd be like, yeah.
But I mean, there's no one can deny his talent. I don't think anybody can deny his talent. But there's a reason he's riding the fucking bench. And we can all look at it in the sense of like, oh man, it's kind of unfair that Jameis not get a shot. But it's like, if you do shit like this, there's a good reason you're not getting the shot. But there's a damn good reason to keep you around because of the arm talent stuff you have.
And the fact that everybody in the locker room loves you.
But you can't do that. You cannot do that shit and then undermine your coach like that.
Hey, look.
The one thing that makes you, but that's the thing. If that's the thing that makes you valuable, you've just lost it. If being a good locker room presence makes you valuable, if you're going to do something to turn the locker room against the coach, you've lost your value.
Nah, like the coach been fucked up before that. So
yeah,
I ain't gonna put that on Jameis.
Yeah,
like
I just thought I thought it was absolutely egregious. And the thing that like the person I felt for in that situation, even though trust me, we just talked about him. I know it's Keem's favorite guy, but Arthur Smith, I felt terrible for. Because like there was an element of dude knows he's getting fired. Like he knows he's about to get fired.
Okay.
And when he's walking off the field, like, you son of motherfucker. Like, you guys had to do that? Like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, what, really? And then Arthur Smith's last image in the league is that.
Yep. Cool.
That's rough.
He'll be an OC somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now let's go into, we never talked about week 18. I completely forgot about that.
Let's talk about it. So the Cowboys beat the fucking shit out of a shit franchise. Right. And we talked about this before, and like how, like, maybe they were going to put up a fight. And it's just like, no, but it's like, I'm like, yo, it's Ron Rivera. Like, they're not going to, it's like, maybe a half at the most. But it was really maybe a quarter and a half at the most. And, the Cowboys ran away with it. Sam Howell, who looked like at one point during the season the heir apparent in Washington.
Why is this happening? You skipped.
Oh no, I didn't skip.
He's got a. I made the Arthur Smith comment, so it's back on.
I prioritize. And so Sam Howell, who looked like the heir apparent, he has 3 really solid, at minimum, at worst, receivers with Jahan Dotson, Curtis Samuel, and Scary Terry. And even 4 if you count De'Ami Brown. And they couldn't score. They couldn't score for shit. They have Eric Bieniemy. They couldn't score for shit. Couldn't stop a fucking nosebleed. It's just historically. This is just kind of what we've gotten from them for the last, say, I don't know,
92. Since 92.
35 years. I'll put a little extras on it.
92.
So I like extras. Right. And so, just kind of like, this is what we should expect from this franchise going forward.
All right. Are you done?
Cool.
So, here, I'm gonna interject. I'm not gonna retort in any main way, because here's the thing. The thing that Keem, I don't know if he's been on the podcast long enough to know, but I'm not really a defender of my organization in that way. So like, I get him, but the aspect of what I said last week, and I want to get into the next game. I'm gonna skip around too. Is the yeah, I know, just to fuck you up. But the idea is, I never thought, my thing was looking at the Dallas-Washington game and then the Philly-New York game. What I said on this pod last week is the NFC East does some NFC East shit. And something's going to happen that no one expects out of one of these 2 games. And it did.
Sure. Good for you.
Sure. I know. Look at my pick. I do a good job.
Yeah.
Right.
And I know most of it.
So, first game.
No, I wouldn't say that. If you look at the previews before the season, we'll see. We can see who does better with that.
Falcons.
All right. First game. We had the Steelers and Ravens.
I've seen my therapist. You son of a bitch. It doesn't work anymore.
The Steelers beat the Ravens.
Yeah, and I didn't know. I totally forgot that they were playing a game in the fucking rain, and I had to leave and drive to DC, and I almost ran over 2 Ravens fans. I couldn't stop at a stoplight. So like
shit.
I didn't get to see the fireworks go off while I was driving by. That was nice. But,
all right.
But I don't think anybody. We all picked the Steelers, right? Like we knew the Ravens were not going to be starting a bunch of people. I was surprised, even though it was a really messy game. I thought Tyler Huntley looked pretty rough. I thought he was better than that.
Yeah, when you play in Greg Roman's offense and you get to just run the ball, then do a little play action, you look better than you are. But then when you play in Todd Munkins, where it's like, hey, throw that bitch, and you don't really get to look that good. So looking forward to Malik Cunningham in the offseason, getting prepared and getting ready to take that number 2 spot. Excited for him. Love that for him.
Getting rid of the Pro Bowler.
They brought in so the Ravens brought in Josh Johnson during the offseason because Snoop was hurt and also kind of struggling. Um, and so like we now see like who Greg Roman was really masking like deficiencies for. It was more Tyler than anybody else. Lamar didn't need his help. Fuck that nigga because he held us back. But uh, I forgot to put my picks in late, but I picked the Ravens to win just because the Steelers do very well against Lamar, but they don't usually do well against quarterbacks. The Ravens who are not Lamar. We shut them out of the playoffs in 2019. I feel it. Yeah, 2019. RG3 they needed to win the game to get in the playoffs. RG3 beat them niggas 28-10, and I was like, oh, this Tyler Huntley time, but I forgot he not RG3. And so who is another failure from Washington. I forgot about that. And
Unless he's
so,
winning games for you.
and then, no, yeah. He came over to a classier organization and did better.
He did great. He did pretty good in Cleveland, I thought.
Yeah, but he came over to a better organization from the shit one that he was in.
That's fair.
And so with that, yeah, but like I picked him to win, but I didn't like it didn't really matter to me. I didn't care about it. It was a win-win for me because honestly, I wanted them if they did win, I was like hoping they keep the Bills out of the playoffs because that's the only team in the AFC that can beat us. And they made the fucking playoffs and now they're number 2 seed. And I feel like we're on a collision course. I'm really excited about it, but also a little afraid. So yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Then we had the Texans and Colts.
Texans.
Yeah, I picked the Colts.
Yeah, because you were just doing some dumb shit.
The Texans won by 4. It was a close game.
I picked the Texans, but my picks weren't in, so it doesn't matter.
Then we had Cleveland and Cincinnati.
I picked Cincinnati.
I had Cleveland in that one.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, fuck that one up. All right. Then Detroit and Minnesota.
I picked Minnesota
Same here.
because fuck Detroit.
I picked Detroit. All right. Then we had Tennessee and Jacksonville.
I picked Jacksonville. Fuck them.
Yeah.
What's been really interesting is people comparing Trevor Lawrence's first few seasons against other quarterbacks. The only thing I need everybody to keep into perspective when looking at those lists, even though the numbers do look worse for Trevor compared to a lot of other guys, he had Urban Meyer.
Yeah, and he also
Like a
had
couple weeks.
like maybe 15 drop touchdown passes this year.
Yeah.
That highlight reel is insane.
Yeah.
Maybe 15. Like not even joking.
And the
Maybe.
worst part was like when the Jags were, you remember that offseason, they were just signing everybody and all the receivers. And it was like, oh shit, they're going to be like, they're the ones dropping the touchdowns. It's insane.
They need to move up in draft in the draft. They need to, hey.
But Jacksonville is like king of the number 2 wide receivers coming here to get paid.
Yeah. All right. We had New England and the Jets.
I picked New England.
Me too.
Benny and the Jets. Do
James, you know how to sing that song?
Yeah. All right. So the next game we had the Saints and the Falcons. And
I think I fucked
I
up.
picked the Saints.
I picked the Falcons.
I think I picked the Falcons too, my stupid
You
ass.
did. Oh, that was funny. I remember last week. With your dumb ass.
I'm not gonna do it every time.
I know. This next one. Tampa
God
Bay and
damn,
Carolina.
fuck this game.
Yeah.
I picked Tampa Bay. They're
everybody
clearly
else
just
did.
better than Carolina. Carolina's ass.
Yeah, that game was terrible.
Whole fucking state, just ass.
It's funny that Tampa Bay like looks so bad, but they're still projected to people are saying they're going to beat the Eagles. All right. Then we had Green Bay and the Bears.
Green Bay.
I picked the Packers.
I picked the Packers as well. I thought that this would be the game that Justin Fields would struggle enough.
Yeah.
And when he struggled, that hopefully Chicago would be afraid and they'd let him go for a third-round pick to Washington. Did not happen that way. Well, it kind of happened that way. He had a terrible fucking game, but I don't think that scared him completely off him.
No. I think they're going to keep him and trade the first pick.
And that's where they'll fumble.
We got us and Denver.
I picked the Raiders because fuck the Broncos.
That's 8 straight times now.
Fuck the Broncos. Fuck Sean Payton.
Yep, fuck them. All right, then we had Philly and the Giants. And
everybody picked the Eagles.
Yep, we were all wrong.
Yep.
Then we had Seattle and Arizona. We all picked Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
So good there. Then Kansas City and the Chargers. Ryan picked the Chargers for some reason.
His dumb ass.
Yeah. I've been saying that shit in my head for like 3 days.
I knew it was going to get you. Yeah.
Right. Then we had the Rams and the 49ers. Me and Keen picked the 49ers, and we were wrong.
They were resting guys.
Yeah, but I still thought they would. Because Stafford wasn't playing either.
Yeah, but Carson Wentz, baby.
Yeah.
Guess that Washington stink didn't kill him.
That's exactly what I thought they would.
It just took a while to get off him. All right. Then we had we already talked about that one. So let's go into Buffalo and Miami.
I picked the Bills.
I picked the Bills.
Yeah, everybody picked the Bills with me.
Oh.
Yep.
Why? Why?
I thought that the Bills won like a couple in a row, and I'm like, all right, they will probably drop off a little bit.
In a row? A couple in a row?
How many they went in a row?
I'm pulling it up right now because
well, their last game before they played the Bills was against the best team in the league, the Baltimore Ravens, and they got their asses handed to them.
The Bills have not lost since week 12, and it was overtime against Philly.
Yeah, so they won a few in a row.
2.
5.
Yeah. All right. Let's go into
I'm excited.
Picks for the wild card round.
Undefeated, baby.
I'm not feeling that confident, but I have to stick to my guns on some stuff.
First game Saturday at 4:30.
Easy.
The Browns and the Texans.
Easy.
Who y'all got?
Browns.
I got Joe motherfucking Elite Flacco beating the shit out of CJ Stroud.
I was kind of hoping they'd play him a little bit in this last game.
I got the Texans.
So I feel very confident.
Now I'm feeling better about it.
Cool.
Also, CJ Stroud, rookie quarterback, as great as he's been. And here's the thing: CJ Stroud's. I did this exercise the other day where I took every rookie quarterback that ever made the playoffs and was looking at like where their team was beforehand and what's happening, this, that, and the other. He stands alone. So I don't want to necessarily. The reason I'm picking the Browns is the defense and Joe Flacco and his playoff pedigree. And CJ Stroud being a rookie quarterback, but I feel like the CJ Stroud rookie quarterback thing shouldn't even count for anything because he's been such an anomaly.
January fucking Joe, man. He always won one. I feel like there's literally only a couple postseasons where he didn't win at least one game.
But do you think that they might have erred by not getting him some playtime this last week?
No, not at all, because he's 38.
Okay.
All right. The Saturday night game, we got Miami and Kansas City. Who y'all got?
Easy. Kansas City.
Miami.
I got Miami as well.
Yeah.
I think the game right now.
It's gonna be the week that I get everything right.
The game right
and I want you to clip this.
Okay.
So I'm the only person making the Chiefs.
Hey, can I say it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So
sure,
the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay.
I'm on a hot streak.
For what?
For betting. So y'all keep
So you want to bet with a boy?
So do you pick? So your pick'em's different than your bets?
Yeah, sometimes.
Why?
That's fair.
Because it's how I feel in the moment.
Okay.
Yeah,
Can't
that's fair.
change shit.
Have you
That's
placed
fair.
money on this game already?
Huh?
Have you put money on this game already?
A little bit.
Okay. So the reason Kansas City I'm picking in as far as this game is this could be the coldest NFL game on record.
For sure.
They're calling for like -10 degrees. Tua
Yep.
Tagovailoa has never won a game under 45 degrees, I believe is his record.
For sure. Yep.
And also if I'm looking at Miami defensively, banged the fuck up. The
Yep.
pass rush, Jalen Phillips getting hurt, Van Winkle, where the fuck is that? He's hurt now. I look at teams and I look at like what have you done in the playoffs? And even though Kansas City is flawed as fuck, I think they can pull this one out.
So to just piggyback off K-Dot real quick, this comes down to defense and running the ball. The team that I trust to run the ball the most, the best, is the Dolphins. The team I trust the most defensively is the Chiefs. However, I don't think they can score enough. And so I'm going with the Dolphins. Simple and plain. That's it.
Also, Waddle and Hill are not healthy.
You don't need them to be healthy in the game where you're going to give the ball to Raheem Mostert and Devon Exchange 40 times.
Mostert's not healthy.
He's healthy enough. He sat out the last game for a reason.
I like Pacheco, man.
I love him, but Mostert and he's not either one of those two.
Yeah. Once again, I'm doing these picks, and I'm telling you right now, I am not confident. I will admit that I'm not confident.
This is the only game I feel like I could get wrong.
This next game is the one
there are two games I feel like I can get wrong, so I'm tripping. This game, and I'll tell you the other one.
All right, next game we got the Sunday at 1:00. We have the Steelers and Bills.
Oh no, I can't get this wrong. Bills.
I'm picking the Steelers.
Good. I love that for me.
The only reason I'm picking the Steelers is the prophecy has to come true, which is before the beginning of the season. I had no worries that the Bills are going to make the playoffs because I've said from day one they are going to lose in the wild card round. And I will admit, Buffalo to me is the scariest team in the playoffs.
For sure.
Yep. They could beat anyone in the league.
Anyone.
But Josh Allen can also lose to anyone in the league.
Yes.
And give me Pittsburgh sticking with what it is they do. And Mike Tomlin getting the playoff record. Winning stuff. They win some stuff.
Winning stuff. Winning stuff.
They win stuff people don't expect them to win.
Negative point differential.
Yeah, that's not good. But Josh Allen also will have you in games closer than it has any business being. Here's what I'll tell you about this game.
5-1 against playoff teams this year, the best record against playoff teams.
Right, but he's not in the playoffs yet. So the thing is, and every season, no matter how much of a juggernaut Buffalo's been, they lose one round earlier in the playoffs. And I'll give you this: James Cook and what they're doing with the running attack is better than it ever has been since the Josh Allen era, as far as them running the ball. But I still think there are little moments and glimpses of Josh Allen doing Josh Allen shit.
He had some of those glimpses against Miami.
He absolutely did. And I just think if there's a defense,
might have got him out of the system though.
And I really do think that JJ Watt should not have treated it as a joke. He really should have just showed up in Pittsburgh and pretended to be his brother. I think it was bullshit. I think he absolutely should have. TJ Watt being out of that game is a loss. A tremendous loss, and I'm not confident in my pick, but I'm sticking with my prophecy.
Okay.
I'm usually Negodamus about this shit, but we'll see.
I'm going Bills, and I'm right.
They're a better team, easily. It's not even close. Here's what I don't see. I don't see the Bills winning this game close. If the Bills win, they beat the shit out of them.
I think it'll be a close game.
I think if the Bills win, they beat the everlasting shit out of them.
No,
I think if this game is close,
4-10.
But my thing, if this game is close going in the fourth quarter, I feel really good.
Understood. All right. Next game, Sunday, 4:30. Packers and Cowboys.
Cow fucking boys, baby. They get their revenge against Green Bay because Green Bay's shit now. But they're not shit. They're just young.
The stage isn't large enough for Dallas to lose yet.
That's also hilariously funny and also accurate.
Yeah. All right, then we got the Rams and Lions.
This is my bag. This is my bag. Yeah.
All right, you go last. You go last. You go last.
Got it. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. This
We know
shit
where
is
it's going.
over with. This whole fucking little run of fucking Detroit is fucking over with now. I was thinking about putting 100 on the game. I really think about putting 100 on the game. Matthew Stafford is going fucking home, and he about to fucking beat these niggas. I think I put 34 to 27 or 33 to 27 in the little Yahoo pick shit, something like that. But they're gonna win. It's gonna be close. It's not gonna be a blowout. Respect Detroit gonna show up, and then after this year, when the coordinators leave, they're gonna realize the head coach was carried by the coordinators, and he might not be as good as you think he is. But the coordinators are really, really good. So, Rams, you got this, which sets you up for the inevitable, the fucking inevitable. McVay, first in Shanahan matchup that we all want to see because Kyle fucking owns property in McVay's head and he be beating his fucking ass. And this is how they get back to the NFC Championship. By that, I mean the 49ers, but go ahead.
All right, K-Dot, who you got?
The Rams. I just think I think the Matt Stafford. So this is the most expensive ticket in the wild card round because of the storylines and everything. The storylines throughout this entire wild card round are great. They're just fucking great. The NFL is just fucking up by having a Monday night game. It's so stupid. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. But yeah, give me the Rams. I just don't think I like this Detroit team. I really do, but I don't think they have anyone in the building that's as good as Sean McVay. And Sean McVay and a Stafford that had a week to rest, Puka Nacua getting his record way whatever fucking he needed. I just think they're going to be a problem for him. So Rams. Once again, I'm not confident in anything I'm doing today as far as these picks, but I just feel like the Rams, they're going to win this thing.
I got the Rams too.
I don't like that we're all picking the underdog.
I got it 21-14. So we'll see how that goes.
I have never filled out the tiebreakers in my life.
The Rams ain't got enough defense to hold the niggas to 14.
Maybe golf chokes.
I was gonna say, but a couple golf picks will change that. That's fair.
We got Eagles and the Bucks.
This is the other game for me. So, okay. I really feel like the Buccaneers are going to win this game because they should win this game. However, I had to bring it down to who I trust the most. Do I trust Jalen or do I trust Baker? And that answer is very easy for me. I trust Jalen more to not fuck this up. Baker's had his moments in the playoffs. Baker's feisty. He's good when he's an underdog, but a lot of teams and a lot of people are picking the Buccaneers. And for Baker, that's not a good thing. He needs them to be minus 10 million to win the fucking game. And they're the favorite. I think it's a close game. I think it's an ugly game. And because it's supposed to rain. And also just because these aren't good teams. It could be fun because nobody has defense, apparently. But I just don't see it for the Buccaneers this time. Usually when a team beats you in the regular season, like I feel confident in picking the other team, like that makes the playoffs to like beat you in the postseason. But this is not one of those situations. The Eagles beat the shit out of them in September. I don't think they barely gonna beat them now.
I got it 28-17 Eagles. I understand it's going to be a bad weather game, but I think in terms of betting, the good thing to do would be Jalen Hurts for 40 yards and a touchdown. But 40 yards rushing, by the way. But yeah,
I hope it wasn't passing.
I know. But I definitely got the Eagles winning this one. And I don't know if it'll be like too close, double digits, but yeah. Get out. What about you?
I agreed with every fucking word that Keem said.
Mhm.
The only reason I am picking the Buccaneers is because both of you guys picked the Eagles.
Love
Oh,
that.
Baker's hurt.
I know. But once again, if we're talking about that storyline thing, right, which is the Baker needs those, he needs something. He needs the extra edge, right? I think him being hurt might do it.
Okay.
I did listen to Chad Ocho Cinco or Chad John, whatever the fuck he's calling himself now. And he was talking about how the Eagles like sitting possum, like they're just waiting. They're gonna be, and I think there is an element to that. I have not been big on this Eagles team ever since I saw what the Commanders did, which was they scraped by, and I'm like, there's no reason this Eagles team should just be scraping by us. Until James, literally until James picked the fucking Eagles, I had the Eagles on there that I was just gonna flip back and was like the Eagles would get a win in these playoffs. Fuck it, I'm going Buccaneers. Balls out. Let's roll.
Love that.
All right.
Man, I am terrified.
1, 2, 3.
You Nostrum, you Nicodemus. Come on, you so great with the picks and everything.
But I am though.
Regular season, nigga.
Yeah,
Pretty good in the playoffs. Too. Doesn't
Yeah.
start over.
Yeah, I don't think you're that much better than me in the postseason.
I think we're all fairly similar in playoff time, honestly, if I'm looking back correctly.
Can we look back?
I'm gonna try to see if I can do that. I don't think I'll be able to do it on my phone though.
Final thoughts, guys. What y'all got?
I can go.
Yeah.
So the Golden Globes were this last week, and I was flipping back and forth between football and the Golden Globes because I love the award ceremonies, and this is everybody knows how many fucking movies I've seen this year, so I'm really into it all. I am really excited about the Academy Awards coming up. It's damn near like a holiday to me. I treat it like a really, really special night. But I was thinking about an award that I think that they should have, which I think is an art to this that is chiefly underrated. And I believe that there should be an Academy Award for Best Trailer for a movie. I think it's an extremely underrated part of cinema. So like if you look back, so I spent a good portion of today just looking at my favorite trailers. And I think everything should kind of get weighed in. Like if there's a David Fincher's the greatest of all time at this, as far as trailers things. If you can look at like the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo trailer or even the Killer trailer, those are fucking next level. Especially Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Oh my god. But even like the Star Wars The Force Awakens, the first teaser trailer for that movie still gives me goosebumps every fucking time I watch it. I get teary-eyed too. But I will say this that also has to factor into the awards. What also has to factor in is whether or not your scenes in the trailer are actually in your movie.
No.
Hang on. Which is some of the Force Awakens. To me, there's a way. I either want nothing in the movie or something, but I don't like what the Marvel be doing, which is we're going to digitally alter this scene because we think it looks cool, but this is dead giveaway. I just think it should all factor in. There are certain guys that know that, like, I don't think you have to show anything in the movie to potentially win the award, but there is an element that I just think that is underrated as fuck, which is what a good trailer would do. The Social Network trailer, oh my god, it's fucking art. It's art. I just think that that's an element of cinema that gets chiefly overlooked, and especially nowadays when there's some terrible trailers that give away the entire fucking movie, and they're desperate as shit. And I think it should all factor in a way into an awards. Team, you had your hand up. What was your thought?
Oh no, I was just gonna add Infinity War. The Infinity War trailer was great. Actually, maybe the Endgame might even been better than that. Dark Knight Rises trailer was amazing.
It was.
Those are ones that stand out to me that I remember. Like I loved those trailers. Shit, actually, an
Man of
amazing
Steel.
trailer. Man of Steel for sure.
Man of Steel.
Age of Ultron had a really because it started out, it was just the Pinocchio shit, and I have strings.
Yeah,
I remember that shit. It was
great.
amazing. It was amazing.
Oh, so before the studio chopped it to bits, the original first look at Suicide Squad, not the Suicide Squad, but Suicide Squad, where it felt like a dark movie, where Jared Leto's Joker at the end, I don't want to kill you. I want to hurt you really, really, really bad. And it's like, oh shit, this movie looks legit. And then the next trailer, you clearly see the studio saw Guardians of the Galaxy, and all right, rock music. It's a crazy fun movie, and it's like, you piece of shit. Fuck you. Trailers are so good. I can watch trailers all fucking day.
No, yeah, that's one of my favorite pastimes. James, you want me to go? Then you go last.
No, not really. Mine was second.
I'd also like to add, James, if you're on a hot streak, send me some of that betting luck because it has been a rough 10 days over here.
Yep. A couple times I turned
Water in the wine.
Yeah, essentially. All right. The last one is I don't think Cat Williams runs a 4.4. I'm just gonna say that. Like,
he did run a 4.4.
Did you see the trailer?
30 fucking yards.
Or the video? Didn't he shoot a video of it?
Yeah, I mean he's moving, but
it's 30
yards.
yards.
You can move your legs fast, but like how far are you getting? You know? But
it's 30 yards. A basketball court isn't 40.
Yeah, no. So yeah, it is what it is. But I love what he did. All right. Go ahead, Keem.
I lost every FanDuel bet I placed tonight.
Steve Kerr.
He's an ass. Such an ass.
Steve Kerr calling you to the podium. This season, you've hung your hat on veterans and like doing shit like a certain kind of way. And I hate that for you as a coach because you sound stupid. It's making me question your greatness because now I'm remembering that the whole reason Draymond started was because an assistant told you that, hey, maybe we should start Draymond in fucking 2015 in the finals. And then you were like, oh, let's try that. And it's like, that worked out for you. The only reason Draymond even started in the first place was because David Lee got hurt that season. You've benefited from a lot of luck that takes you away from some of your stupid fucking decisions. I'm now starting to remember this, Steven. And I'm very upset with you because I'm not going to call you an idiot, but for some reason, Steve, I know you like the small lineups. That's fine. My brother, that's fine. Stop playing a man who was pretty much out of the league in fucking 3-point guard lineups. You fucking doof. Corey Joseph is not an NBA player at this point in his career that should be playing unless everybody else is hurt. You have at your disposal the second greatest point guard to live in Stephen Curry. You have a very talented rookie in Brandon Podzinski. Play those two at point guard. You have two shooting guards. Klay Thompson, Moses fucking Moody. You got Kuminga, and you got Wiggins at the 4 positions, and you got Trace Jackson Davis, and you got fucking Kevon Looney. Play them. That's it. Stop playing fucking Steph and Corey Joseph or Corey Joseph and fucking Brandon. They're fucking both 6'1". They don't play defense. Hodge, Steph, and Corey Joseph are somewhat not good enough on defense for the lineup that you're trotting out. The reason that Steph might struggle at times, you're talking about, we're trying to get Steph going. Because you fucking got him in the fucking small fucking guard lineups, and now he's having to guard fucking Aaron Gordon, and you're like, hey, go for it. Team defense. You fucking doof. That doesn't make sense. Stop with the fucking 3 small guard lineups, man. You got enough height and size. I know you don't want anybody above 6'9" to play. I know that. However, We don't have to have 3 people on the court that are 6'3" and fucking smaller. So stop fucking pissing me off. Play Kuminga 30 fucking minutes a game. Stop playing Wiggins more than 20 to 25. If he ain't got it going, just don't let him fucking play. You're giving the vets too much. Play who's good. That's why Mike Malone beat your fucking ass. Because he played the fucking rookie who was hot and sat Michael Porter Jr. 8 minutes for 8 minutes in the fucking fourth quarter. Steve fucking Kerr. Your son's name is Nigger. You fucking idiot.
So I think this is a countdown for Keem to find a new team to root for in the NBA.
I won't do that, but still. His son's name is Nick Kerr.
Nigga? Oh,
no, Nick Kerr.
Oh, Nick. Oh, my bad. I thought we were talking about the Noah Kniger guy. Kniga.
Oh no.
Well, also, Robert RG3's interview with the Kniga family.
I was not.
Robert, I'm telling you, man, you're one video away from getting just everything taken. You gotta stop, bro. Just fucking stop.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, and fuck Jason Whitlock, bitch ass.
Yep.
Fat fuck. I know.
What did he do, Stephen A?
I can't wait to hear it.
What did he do to Stephen A? Y'all didn't watch that? I mean, I hate fucking giving me engagement and views, but I had to watch what he did.
What did he do?
He was calling out Stephen A for what he thought Stephen A was lying about trying out for the basketball team, the scholarship he got.
That's a weird thing to. Okay.
He was looking through old newspaper clippings to see if he could find Stephen A mention, because he was like, "This." He's like, "I've never heard in my entire life." Hold on, I gotta put something in my mouth. I'm Jason Whitlock. I can't have that.
Yo.
But the idea that he said that the idea that somebody came on the court and there was a 1 day or one tryout doesn't ever happen, because tryouts last at least 2 weeks. And he calls in his producer, "Hey Bobby, how long did it take for tryouts when you were playing in Indiana?" He's like, 2 weeks. He's like, "Stephen A. Smith's a liar," and this, that, and the other. It's like, dog, you did all this, you did all of that to be able to try. And he knows what he's doing, and that's why I feel fucked up. And this is why it's fucked up that Stephen A. had to respond too. Jason Whitlock's going to get a fuck ton of views.
Said you fat fuck.
You fat fuck. You
know how many
bitch.
Oh, these clips is going to be crazy.
He called him a bitch, dog.
Yeah.
As much as I think this dude did embellish a little bit, thank you, Cat Williams, for lighting the fire and getting all us to fight each other, which I guess is not a good thing, but it's entertaining.
But all the lies got to be exposed in 2024.
All right, let me handle this relationship shit so I can go watch this goddamn Stephen A. takedown.
Yeah, I already know I'm not watching.
Peace, everybody. Oh, I will say I just saw on Instagram the wedding photo.
Oh,
beautiful.
There's supposed to be more. I
beautiful though. Wonderful.
I don't post nothing. I don't post nothing. So
neither do I. All right, bye everybody.
Peace.